All right, welcome everyone with Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
That time I got reincarnated as a slime, Season 2, Episode 15.
Rimuru.
Yes.
Yes. You've got some allies all together here, and now you realize the Demon Lord situation and how their alliance is all set up.
Yeah.
And
good luck.
You have to decide how you're going to deal with this. This might be relatively simple, barely an inconvenience. But you will have to sit at their table and figure out maybe what kind of pull you have, unless they're all antagonistic towards you, which at least a few of them are, but you don't know that. So
you've got an objective, rescue Carrion, cool. You've got a bunch of allies, but what about an actual like plan as far as like how you're going to accomplish your objective?
The last episode kind of didn't do that yet.
Yeah.
So this is basically where we're going to have to focus on that.
Yep.
But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone. Now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion. All right, so we got ourselves another diplomacy slow episode here, and it's unfortunate that we really don't feel connected to any of the side characters that are recently introduced, or the focus on giving a 5-minute talk about the nation of Bloomend and why that should be something that we should care about. No, is such a thing as going and overcooking the goose exposition-wise to the point where yes, this could become relevant in the future, but the point is that that's not what we want to see right now. We want to see the ways in which Rimuru talks about the plans he has, like the stuff with Yom. That's interesting.
Right.
That's interesting.
And it's right, because it's relevant to the things that have happened already
before
in the story.
And will happen
How
later.
are we going to deal with the fact that, Rimuru did this crazy thing and slaughtered 20,000 people, but we want to put a particular spin on the story. That's relevant, right? And the tough part is...
Or it's also just engaging and interesting.
Yes, it's
a follow-up on stuff that came before. Yeah.
Right, it's tied to characters that we care about, and so we're a lot more readily invested. But also, even with the stuff like with the Bloomend thing and all that stuff, I got the sense that we had covered all the stuff with the other kingdoms in the previous episodes, because we spent a lot of time on it, and it's like, okay, we're introducing these characters, and we resolved those situations and all that stuff, and it's like, okay, now we're going to be doing things. Oh, wait, no, we're still not.
Yeah, there's such a thing as crafting good dialogue that efficiently gets the point across without needing to do what I would call the immersion kind of dialogue, which is basically that, they're important people, and thus we need to know this is an adaptation. You can cut out as much as you deem necessary. There is obviously a light novel, behind this, and it shows.
Yeah.
It shows. This is very much a wall of text kind of situation where, no, you can cut the Council of Elrond down to, 5 to 7 minutes rather than, 50 pages or something,
Council of Elrond was 32 pages. And
that's just the chapter, not the actual, still the...
Sure. Well, and also that's, in the version of the book that I read, this was not mass market paperback. This was
giga-sized.
Giga-sized with tiny font. But one of the other things with this, I feel like, is that we this could theoretically be done in a not real time kind of situation.
You could do it
where
later when it becomes more relevant.
Oh, we had a long conversation about things, and and sort of sum up the things that's happening, so that way it's we the audience can know, stuff like that happened. If it ever becomes relevant, we can go and flesh it out in more detail. But it's not right now, because even if it does become relevant later, right now we're probably not going to remember it because it wasn't immediately relevant when it was brought up.
Yep.
But then also on top of this, and maybe this is just a small thing in the grand scheme of things, in the midst of all of this stuff that isn't really that inherently interesting going on, there's then something that's potentially really interesting that's sort of just thrown into the background there of mysterious, design for a character that I'm 99.8% certain we have never seen before. They're just standing there. No one else acknowledges them or seems to notice them, right? We're dealing with Demon Lord stuff, so this could be someone that's
literally the worry of we need to have a secret discussion about how this story is going to go.
And the fact that they did that, I would say, isn't a problem in and of itself. but they didn't follow up on it in the episode. We didn't get some point where when it cuts later, it's the...
Or they cut to Clayman being like,
don't worry, I have someone that's, been observing all this stuff. Like we see
in some ways, we know that it's probably not the case there because he
didn't bring it up?
Well, no, because he literally brought up that Murin is dead.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
At the very least, there's no focus right now on spies, and that means that the spy is not necessarily associated with Clayman.
Right. Also, with the aspect of that person being there, it wasn't even shown as like a ominous vibe to it. It was just a casual thing, as if it's like, oh, this is just a normal deal, right? Yep. So that we don't even get some sense of like, ooh, this is something that's being kept mysterious, but it's spooky, it's ominous, something bad is happening, right? Mm-hmm. For all I know, this could be something where there was a character that was introduced in the light novels whose introduction was cut from the anime, and they're just being shown here for some reason, right? And I'm actually supposed to know who this is, right?
Right.
And so it's just it's tough because like even if I would normally be able to be invested in the political machinations and the stuff that's happening, there's something that seems more interesting that's being ignored. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
Yep. And they even seemed to do a specific thing with the way the directing of the shots was handled that showed this character as little as possible. So maybe we just saw the thing that you're not supposed to see, and they'll come up later as like you were being spied on, and this character has been shown a ton of times in the background, or what have you. Cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the actual content of the episode, it was boring. It was seemingly not following up on the things that were the most interesting, and then the things that were followed up on were just a percentage of the entire episode being another meeting followed up on this thing there, which was, just to draw focus again to the fact that the last episode could have been these two episodes combined, I feel like.
Also, something I'm kind of curious about, because the best part of the episode for me, the part that I most enjoyed was what's her face? I forget her name. The fairy demon lord girl showing up. Ramiris. And having the comedic banter and stuff that happened and the stuff with Veldora and all that stuff. I thought that was great. That was great fun.
Reminding us of a character that has been a while since we've seen them. Yep. They were part of the weaker parts of season 1, and season 1 was years and years ago for us, so we forgot all about it.
Giving them kind of a reintroduction here. Yeah. It's also comedic, I think is great. Mm-hmm. With the episode being done, I still don't know what they were coming here to say. The doom was approaching.
They were going to warn them about something. Yeah, you're going to be attacked. Things are bad.
Oh, wait, okay, so it was actually just the attack that already happened.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Well, no, not necessarily. Just hold on. The idea that she's saying this, Rimuru assumes that. That's why he does the but that doesn't mean that's necessarily the case. All that is that she came there to say something, and then he's like, oh, no, see, things are fine. He just assumes everything's done there, and then he brings up the whole idea of Veldora being there. She's like, what? Veldora? I kicked his ass.
And then it sidetracks it off.
And then she gets distracted, goes over, sees Veldora, passes out immediately because she's like, oh, fuck, I was just posturing.
Right, exactly. Talking smack. And
actually, Veldora is right there. Mm-hmm. Shit, I'm gonna commit not consciousing. Right. No, she could literally be trying to warn them about, hey, you have basically people that are, in your ranks, or you have basically demon lords that are conspiring against you. I was just invited to a meeting where the demon lords are building an alliance.
They're trying to sign me up onto their and conquest against you.
I'm loyal to you because of what we've experienced together, and at the very least would not want to, betray you. But if you want to do honorable battle, maybe we can. But no, I think that was entirely a different thing. Rimuru assumed that because he's already had someone come in and do the thing of, you're under attack. Yes. And so it was extra funny because it's the miscommunication humor of, wait, we don't know for sure if Ramiris is warning about that, but we're pretty sure she's not because of the way Rimuru responded, and the story kind of meta-wise shifted her out.
Well, and I could see it being something where that actually was supposed to be another part of the joke, but if it is, it wasn't made perfectly clear to me. So again, I'm not sure whether that's something where it's just, this is it. There's no in-universe reason for them to give it focus after this, or if it's actually,
unless it's not a joke and that she was trying to warn them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then we'll have another meeting next episode where Ramiris explains what she was trying to warn them about.
Right, exactly. Because she just wakes up because she was scared of the whole, Veldora situation. And, like, it's something where we've had a lot of different things that have been awesome, teased and built up, and, like, this is going to be happening. And yet we keep not doing those things. And if that's the case, then it kind of feels, it just kind of feels like a bait and switch that they were mentioned so long ago, and yet it's not actually happening. But, yeah. I don't know.
But we're on to your shit, not Among Us kind of
skeletal hands. It looks like maybe.
Well, in a weird way, the opening, I believe, has a character in it that's kind of like this, or it might have been the previous opening. But in the previous opening, there's a part where Ramiris kind of has like a encounter with someone in this dungeon cave area. Gotcha. And it's like a big person of some kind. And they kind of maybe look a little bit like this person, but yeah, who's to say? I will say, though, they're literally out of most people's eye shot that are the main characters.
Well, but Murin and the rest of them would be like staring right at them.
Yeah, I know, but they would also be staring more so at Rimuru. And they'd be in the background there.
Well, and hey, maybe they're doing the thing like the Game Awards situation where it's just you just stand there like you're supposed to be there.
I would like to thank my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton.
Yeah, exactly. You just stand there confidently like you're supposed to be there, and because there's a bunch of people that
and monsters and stuff, and no one questions it.
No one questions it because there's a bunch of individuals that they don't personally know, but it's just that this is the congregation of all of these people, all these different people, and then it's like, oh wait, that person wasn't supposed to be there.
That's all the explanation I need personally. Like, I just was adding to the idea that they're also really not in the viewpoint of the most important people in the conversation.
Sure.
The people that would immediately question things.
Right, and be like, you're not, who are you? Yeah.
Rimuru, Diablo, Shion. Like, Shion is the one that I think would be the most hound dog, like, I don't recognize, exactly. I smell shady bitch over here, Like,
although, actually, no, the most important people to not see are pointed away.
Gabta and Gabaru,
Gabta, because they would immediately figure out what's going on.
They clearly have God senses as well. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any that interests you, will see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.